The frozen, icy wasteland that we've become used to in the last few days and longer will be finally replaced by more milder and usual weather that we normally expect in wintertime. The high temperatures today starting to show those signals as well, reaching 9 degrees in many locations, mainly along the coast of Ireland, but 8 degrees also in Newquay. But look at the low temperatures early this morning, -10 at Shaftesbury, which I think is in Dorset, and -9 in many other locations, even as far as Devon and also in Lampeter in Wales. Looking at the weather chart right now, those greens show flood-related watches and warnings, but all those yellows are the high wind warnings and a creeping strong wind pattern coming in from the west ahead of the big storm that we're expecting on Sunday. At first though, we do have a preliminary wave of stormy action throughout the course of tonight into tomorrow morning, with very heavy precipitation across the western parts of Scotland, which will fall as snow inland as temperatures are still fairly low. Wind gusts will be getting very high in some locations, getting up to around 60 miles per hour in some spots overnight tonight. Looking at Saturday then, it's the transition point between the first and the second system, and looking at temperatures on Saturday, they're going to be much better than what we've seen more recently in parts of the Western Isles and further south into southern Scotland. High temperatures there reaching 9 degrees Celsius, and even inland, except for the mountains of course, temperatures will be well into the positives. In Ireland, temperatures getting close to double figures, and that will certainly be a change. 10 degrees over large parts of the Republic of Ireland under quite bad circumstances though, still lots of heavy rain throughout the day there. Across England it's much more settled, with colder temperatures still only getting to around 5 or 6 degrees, and maybe a little bit of rain further north during the day, and a lot of it creeping in later on in the day from Wales, which will be getting drenched by the afternoon. 6 degrees Celsius the high there, but you'll start to feel the warm front coming through later on in the evening. So this is the wind on Saturday, and you can see another wave of strong winds about to reach the British Isles from the west, with potentially damaging gales. So there it is, it blows through eastwards and produces a lot of precipitation along the western shores of the UK, and temperatures are getting a little bit better. Minimums of 0 in northern Scotland, but most places remaining in the positives. Then on Sunday it's the big one on the way, producing lots of rainfall well ahead of the actual arrival of the strong winds, and it's going to be a very wet period for the whole country. But it will increase temperatures quite a lot. It will be a different world for many locations as we transition from Arctic air to a much more mild Atlantic air mass. And that means that temperatures are going to rise substantially, with the giddy heights of 12 degrees in some parts of the country, in the northwest, southeast of England and southwest, as well as the western coast of Ireland, but it will be under a lot of heavy precipitation there. In England though, you may get away with a little bit of a decent day there on Sunday. It'll almost feel like shorts weather considering what we've had recently. Partly cloudy skies with highs of 12, but rain will creep in quite quickly later on in the day. But of course the main factor will be the winds. I mean, look at this. Potentially hurricane force winds for some mountains of England there, and even stronger winds coming in towards the coast of Ireland as we get towards Sunday night, which is why we are quite concerned with Met Office issuing amber warnings and consideration that they could be upgraded to red warnings, and it blows right through there Sunday night. By Monday morning it's mostly cleared with a little bit of residual rainfall and colder temperatures down to around 3 degrees. And on Monday, looking at high temperatures there, it's going to be mostly settled by the way across most of the country, but a few showers, especially further west and in western Scotland, absolutely, with maximum temperatures of 10 or 11 degrees Celsius. So it's going to be a decent winter's day on Monday for most of the country, clearer skies to the east and to the south. So in short, this period is going to be a very blustery one, and who knows what might happen later on in the week, maybe some more of the same, but temperatures are definitely on the way up.